Joined by head coach Brendan Eygabroat. Coach, you missed Mother's Day last week with your daughters, but it's becoming an annual tradition to have your daughters here on a championship, this time Sunday. What does this moment mean? I mean, your family's here, you're the alums from probably as early as 2010, maybe even earlier, and to do it in the fashion you did, where you had to play that close game and you were able to deal with a little bit of adversity.
You want to hold it? Emma says she wants to hold it. Just say hello. Emma's a big Beacons fan. Yeah, I think it was great having an electric atmosphere like this. I think having the alumni out on the top of the parking deck and yelling and screaming for the boys is great to see. And great to have my girls here, cheering on the Beacons as well. Right, Al? So it was a really well played game. Hats off to Wheaton. They're a heck of a ball club. We made some outstanding defensive plays in the outfield that really could have swung the game in their favor. So they're a really well coached team. They're a really talented team. There's a reason why they're typically at this point every single season. They're extremely well coached. They're disciplined, and they're just extremely talented. So we were fortunate to come out today and get the W. I thought Fash really had a quality start after the rain delay, so I think he did a good job. You want to hold it for me?
Yeah, I want to.
Well, you got to look in the camera.
Coach, 96-minute delay because of the rain today, which was clearly the right decision. You guys were 0 for 6 with 6 pretty weak outs against Bon Giovanni. What was the focus? Was that the hitters taking it on their own? Was there a conversation because Ryan McCormick comes out and barrels the baseball? You all of a sudden get 4 runs in that inning and seemingly changed the game where Wheaton had a slight upper hand through the first 2+ innings in this contest.
Yeah, I mean, he pitched really well against us in Florida, so we knew we were going to have to kind of bring our A game on offense. I thought early, he's a guy that sort of preys off your aggressiveness. He lives away. He's got a good breaking ball, and he's a competitor. He throws the ball extremely well, and I think after the delay, the guys moved up in the box a little bit. I think they were a little bit more aggressive with pitches up in the zone, and we were fortunate to get, I think, a 4-run spot sort of right away, and everyone took kind of a big breath, which is what we needed. I think in these type of atmosphere, sometimes guys tend to do too much. They start swinging a little bit too big, trying to take the hero hacks, and we talk a lot about keeping the line moving and doing less, and I think the guys did that today.
Coach, this was the first time in this tournament that you did face some adversity. The 2-run spot for Wheaton to cut it to 5-3, then the failed suicide squeeze. It seemed like momentum began to swing, and then even in the 7th, 8th, and 9th, Wheaton was able to put that game-tying run up to the plate, the go-ahead run. How does that maybe help you going forward, having to face this kind of adversity and being able to battle through it?
Yeah, I mean, we had a lot of confidence with Tram on the mound. I mean, he's the best there is for a reason, and I think my only request in the 9th was not to have Raposo come up with multiple runners on base. So, of course, Raposo came up with a 3-2 count, guys running, and it was about as close of a play as you could see at first base, and he's the reigning New England Player of the Year. I could watch him play all day. He's a great player, but I'm glad we got that final out. We'll have a chance to either play Southern Maine or NEC next week, and enjoy this one for right now, and then we'll refocus on Tuesday and get ready to give our best effort next weekend.
Coach, what does it mean to get a chance to work with this very large senior class one more time? It's one of the largest senior classes that you've ever had here for UMass Boston. Most of them have been here for 4 seasons, and they've obviously put together a phenomenal 4 years, but a lot of them putting together career seasons as seniors.
Yeah, I mean, I think we have a great leadership group, not just from the captains, but from the seniors. I think we've had some guys playing a lot of big games over the course of their career, and it's great chemistry. You're never going to have a championship team that doesn't have great chemistry, and the guys really enjoy each other. I think they're a loose group, and I think they're a very talented group, and they've taken us to another level. I think in terms of, we talk a lot about feeding the meter and guys putting in extra effort, and some of those guys who are having these monster years, like Herzog, Riley, Tramondozzi's been outstanding. Burgos is the most underrated player in New England. Those guys are also your hardest workers. So as a coach, when you have your workers, your best players also being your most talented, it's easy for the coach.
Well, we see a couple of those seniors walk through right now. Coach, congratulations.
Good job, guys.
We'll see you again next week, whether it's in Gorham or here at Monon Park against the Pilgrims. Congratulations on another regional championship.
Thank you, Seth. Girls, you want to say roll beaks? Come here. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Roll beaks!
Roll beaks! Thanks, Seth.